Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, a brand new day filled with hope and promise. Thumbs up for that. For the Shelton, Washington Weather, Plague, Rat, and Spider Report, it's dark outside at 7:04. I can just barely see the trees moving. It appears to be kind of windy. Past that, no idea what the weather is like. However, it was dry last night, and the stars were out, because the clouds were gone last night when I went walkies, and I went charging over the train tracks in almost complete darkness, so I had a complete disregard for my own safety last night. Thumbs up for that. But it was a good walk, and for the weather, hopefully it's going to be pleasant. That'll be a good thing. Plague Rat Report, well, of course I had to go to Safeway, and you know, people, there are those that care about others, and there are those that just say, my comfort is more important than whether or not you live or die. So we have to try and work around those that don't care if you live or die. Yay. For the spider report, there were no spiders that I could see down in the bathroom. Such is life. When I was giving my kitty cat some water this morning, which if you may be able to see, she's down using the cat box, a moment of privacy for the poor kitty, but I was pouring water and such into her bowl, and it moved a bit of stuff, and a spider went and ran from where it was in between some of my game boxes down there. So, hey, spiders down there, thumbs up, they're everywhere. And of course, the one spider above the window, still doing well. The one next to the box fan, she's still there, a good thing. And the larger spider over in the corner is still there and doing well as well. Definitely a thumbs up. Now in my bedroom, oh goody, she's had to move her kitty bowels. Come on, Amelia, get away from there. Get away, stop digging. I'll take care of it when I'm done. Yay. But up above my bed, I have my bed stuffed into the corner next to the door. In this corner up above the bed, two spiders up there. Now, just 2 years ago, that would never have abided. But for right now, it's like, that's okay. Thumbs up for that. Oh, this is joyous. Woo! Boy, she stank up the air. So man, this is gonna be fun until I can take care of that. Anyway, though. So, for the rest of what's going on, I have a fair amount of things that I want to talk about. They're all moderately silly. I'm going to start with this one. Yesterday, I went to record some Genshin Impact because I had played Genshin Impact on the PC, and I really enjoyed it. I wanted to play it off the PS4 and then record that. Now, unfortunately, Genshin Impact does something that some games do, and they seem to be largely games with a non-American origin. Like Monster Hunter World, I enjoyed the game, but I hated it for the first half hour because you cannot get into the options to change the controls, the video, the audio, nothing for like the first half hour or more. I have, since the very beginning, had my setup so that it's like moving the mouse or joystick is like grabbing the top of someone's head. If I want to look down at the ground, I push the mouse forward. I grab the top of your head and I shove your head forward. You look down at the ground. I pull the mouse back to look up. I pull back on your head so you're looking up into the air. That's the way I've done it for decades. These games will swap that. And then you have to deal with that because you can't change it for the first 45 minutes or so. You're not playing the game. You are actively fighting the game. And that's what I had to do to play the PS4 version of Genshin Impact. Because every time I went to look up, I instead looked down. Every time I looked down, I instead looked up. And I have decades of muscle memory telling me to do it that way. Trying to fight with everything backwards and unable to change it because you hit escape and it just takes you into character stuff. You're a good 20-30 minutes into the game before it allows you some And then it's almost 40 minutes before you can get into the options and then set it so that you're playing the game and not fighting the game. Monster Hunter World was like that, except worse. Because I couldn't get in to change the options. I had to use the controller, uninverted, and it wasn't full screen. It was windowed, and it wasn't centered. It was off, so I can only see 2/3 of the screen. But I could not get into the options. I had to play it that way for 40 minutes before it allowed me to get into the options, so I could change the graphics, so I could make it full screen, so I could see the screen. So I could play using a mouse and keyboard instead of fighting the upside down controller. I hated every frickin' second of it. I hated it. I spent $60 for something that was actively saying, fuck you. And then, after that 45 minutes, I was able to fix it so that graphically it would look good and be playable, and then the controls were playable. I don't know why games do that. They want you to play it, but you've got to fight to get through there. So that was fun on the Genshin Impact, spending like over half the game fighting the game. Not playing it, actively fighting it so that I can get through it. And then, of course, after finishing, my recording software took about a half hour to render all of that stuff. And I say render, I mean encode. I was using a capture card, and it took a half hour of work to encode it from the raw format to a format that I could use. And then at that time, it hadn't recorded any of the game audio. So it was close to 2:00 p.m., in an hour my video was supposed to go public, and I had nothing. So thoroughly unhappy and disappointed, not doing well, I just recorded something quickly because I need to stay busy, especially as horrific a day as that it turned into. So I got everything done, played a bit of Creeper World, a game which I love, so I didn't mind playing it. I just hope that people enjoy watching. And then it was almost 7 o'clock before it was public, because of course the 20-minute monetization check took over an hour. They advertise on their page, YouTube does, that it's going to take usually less than 20 minutes. Generally they take anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour and a half for me. Thumbs up for that. And all because when you put up your video, you self-rate. One of my videos a couple weeks back was fine. YouTube said it was great. And then, a day after they said it was fine, they flagged it. And so I appealed it, and they manually upheld it, which is weird because it was part 2 of the zombie game that I played. Part 1 was incredibly violent. Lots of people being violently killed and eaten. Part 2 spent a lot of time exploring. The exploring one was the one that was demonetized. The one where I was like watching people being killed and eaten, oh, that was fine. But because of that, instead of them paying attention to what I say, they spend an hour and a half doing the monetization check. I've had one video out of almost 100 now that was demonetized because of that. And because of that, they don't trust me at all. Lovely. Anyway, though, I do have some other things. Mostly minor things. Today is largely the last day I'm going to be using the Logitech software for anything. Because yesterday, the audio sounded horrible and metallic, robotic, and I'm quite sure it sounds that way today. I don't know why it all of a sudden cannot simply record properly, but it can. So, like I've seen some other people do, I'm going to be using Audacity to just record audio and then not use this software anymore. So today is hopefully the last day that I've got the horrible tinny recording sound, because I was using this capture software, well, the previous version, because it worked through the mic and picked up the mic real great. But now it's too busy being not optimized for my 6-year-old hardware, and everything sounds robotic. So I am so very, very sorry. Hopefully I'll have it all fixed for tomorrow. I just want to make sure that when I'm recording through Audacity that I've got it set so that there's no limits, so it doesn't go, oh, you hit 10 gigabytes, stop recording. Or you hit this amount of time, stop recording. And then I'm still going, only that it's not recording audio anymore. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a couple gigabytes just for the sound. Yay! But it'll be better than it being so robotic and metallic sounding. Again, I am so sorry. And I did want to thank, on Facebook, I was talking with somebody, I'm not going to say names because I don't want to dox anybody, you know, YouTube, Facebook, all this. I was talking with somebody, he was asking how I was doing. I just mentioned that I had miscalculated this month. I had $60 to last the month to buy food, cat food, and other stuff like that. So I just plain didn't have enough money. He donated through PayPal, and I have enough money to last me the month to buy food, cat food, and such like that. I'm going to be able to eat. Thumbs up, and thank you all so very, very much. I'm extremely appreciative of absolutely anybody who helps me out in any way at all. None of you have to, and the fact that you do, I am so incredibly grateful. It is awesome, and thank you all. Without your help, I would have been gone a long time ago. So greatly, greatly appreciated. I need to fix my GoFundMe. I haven't done that yet. Good old ADD. Thumbs up for that. Now let's see what else I have done on here. Oh, one of the things that I wanted to say is I didn't watch the debate between, I can't pronounce her first name properly, but Kamala Harris and Pence. And the one thing that I'm not going to give them a hard time for is that fly landing on Pence's head. Yes, it's embarrassing, and that's why I'm not going to really cause any issues with that one, because it's something you can't control. I live in fear of stuff like that when I'm recording, not paying attention and not noticing that there's like a fly or some insect or some other creepy crawly that's on me in an embarrassing place, and I don't know until it's too late. You can't help that. So I'm not going to give them a hard time for that. Because yeah, it's embarrassing. And you don't notice stuff like that. Even while recording. I have a camera monitor there and a camera monitor over there. So I'm looking at myself in 2 monitor positions. And I have seen other videos of other people that they've been staring at themselves in the monitor as they've recorded themselves. And it wasn't until they were done, and it wasn't until I was done, that I went, how did I not notice that big chunk of toothpaste on my lip? As an example. And then they go, you're going to see me doing this? I didn't see it. I'm sorry. But people are staring right at themselves and not seeing it, and it happens. So I'm not going to dog them for that. Now, one thing that I have been working on is a story idea of a world where there's, urban legends, but they're not, urban legends. There are things like, urban legends, but not urban legends. Like a killer that stalks a city that's not an actual person, but they're actual beings. And they need victims, but they need willing victims. They don't understand who made the rules or why the rules were made. They don't know who enforces the rules and how they are enforced. They only know that there are rules and they follow them. As this one urban legend tells somebody else, we need willing victims to kill. I am no more able to kill an unwilling victim for my survival than you are able to sprout wings and fly to the moon. Because yes, choking on my own saliva there. Because yes, it's a story about a person and an urban legend where the urban legend and this person are talking, and it is right at the end where the urban legend is explaining the need for willing victims, and then saying, Daniel, you have been seeking me out over the past week for conversation and company. This is the behavior of a willing victim. And then Daniel says, 3 weeks ago, I did not know of your existence. 2 weeks ago, I saw a charged pictograph of you in a tenement. Since that night, since that day, every time I have closed my eyes to sleep, you have been there to greet me, and you have walked me dispassionately and carefully through the painful and messy process of dying, and I have been unable to escape the torture until I awaken. I am not eager to die, but I am as close to understanding every step as any human being can be. And when the urban legend says, oh, Daniel, then, are you ready for me tonight? And Daniel says, yes. So that's the story I want to write. Thumbs up for that. A lot more to it, of course. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, I'm amazed that I can even remember what my name is sometimes. Dustin, spelled with a V and not a U, thank you very much. Lex Vedi GG, LXVEDY, thumbs up. Giovanni TV, thumbs up and thank you. Pixel Tiago, greatly appreciated. Ghosted, thumbs up. Shadow Dova King, thumbs up and thank you. I Bleed Tea. It's a heck of a substance that running through your veins. Thank you. Carmina, thumbs up and thank you much. Denial, greatly appreciated. We have Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up. Stephanie Diaz, thumbs up and thank you much. Matty G _0935, greatly appreciated. Alex Gonzalez, thumbs up. Baby Bucket, thumbs up. Mohammed Fares, greatly appreciated. Sergio Miangos, I hope I got that at least halfway pronunciated correctly. Colin Reisnauer, thumbs up. There's Bill Meehan, thumbs up and thank you. Doomsdale 5th, thumbs up. Kyle Phelps, greatly appreciated. Sire Donald, thumbs up and thank you. Armand Badikian, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Conspo Lopez, good to see you in the comments. Scott B, thumbs up and thank you. And Schema Cleek, thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you so very much. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. When you're depressed, you need other voices than your own in the echo chamber of your own skull. Thank you so very, very much. If you could check out my various things down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my PayPal link down below, or become a Patreon.com patron like... Good Lord. Like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out without donating to the PayPal, without becoming a Patreon.com patron, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well, and a PayPal link. If you could check out either of those, that would be awesome. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, hopefully I put the subscribe to the channel thing at the front of the video. Yay! Well, good golly, Miss Molly, I have this video, I have another video I just need to edit and render, so I got stuff to do. I got therapy today, so I'm in a rush that way. Yay! So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. And of course, please wear a mask. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Practice your social distancing. Practice self-care. These are very hard times. Do not cause the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment to cast its scorn upon you. It is always ready to do so. Black Lives Matter. Damn it. And justice for everybody that the jack-booted, brown-shirted fascist thugs keep brutalizing and murdering on U.S. streets.